I'm just doing another quick video on some Imperial Russian uniforms and weapons. This is a big freaking book. I believe Schustruppen, I don't know if I pronounced that right, Schustruppen 1990 did a video on this book like 2 or 3 years ago, and I finally got it. I got a used copy for a little bit less than what it costs you normally, like 80 bucks instead of like 110. But yeah, I was just flipping through. That's the Cossack uniform. Well, I see some pictures from the late World War to early Civil War, and I would actually store bullets in these, or you would see whole stripper clips like tucked into it. So like you have a 5-round stripper clip, the first bullet would be there, and then 3 bullets would stick out, and then the 5th bullet would be tucked in as well. It was just a neat picture. I'll have to do an example of it, but yeah, I thought that was neat. And then just to basically clear up all the weapons used by the Imperial Russian Army in World War I. This is a whole list. I'm sure you can pause it and read it, of what every single weapon for every single group carried. Like mountain artillery, railroad corps, radio corps, transport drivers. But yeah, some of them, as you can see, weren't even armed with guns. They had axes, hatchets, or axes or hatchets, or just hatchets. There were cavalry swords and revolvers, or just revolvers, rifles, stuff like that. Just real neat stuff. And then, obviously, you got pictures of nagants. They got holsters. They got cleaning rods. But yeah, and then it goes into every single rifle. I'm going to read them off for you guys in case you can't read them super well. Basically, they got supplied from all over, but they also used old ones like Berdan Mark 1s with bayonets, Berdan Mark 2s with bayonets, Berdan 2 carbines, Berdan 2 Dragoon rifles, Berdan 2 Trials rifles, 3-line Berdans, which I think would be super cool to find one. It's basically a Berdan that was converted to use 7.62x54. It's like a smokeless powder gun and a basically black powder rifle. So the barrel's probably been replaced or something like that. And obviously you have the 1891 3-line infantry rifle, 1891 Cossack, St. Petersburg cavalry, and the 1907 carbine. They were supplied by the Japanese as well with the Type 30 Arasaka, Type 30 Arasaka cavalry, Type 38 infantry, and Type 38 cavalry. Now up here you would have French rifles. You would have Gras, Kropatscheks, Lebels, and then Berthiers. I believe they had, they would just use the full-length ones with the 3 and then the 5-round clips later on. Then model 1870 to 87, Vitalis, which would be cool to find one. And then obviously had the 1895 Winchesters, and then they had Remington and Westinghouse produced Mosins. Swiss, they had the 1869 Vitalis infantry rifle. And then it just goes into the factories and how many produced, how many basically, how many hundreds, thousands, or millions or whatever were made. But yeah, just super neat stuff. This book is just full of really, really cool stuff. And you can see all the bayonets and casualties and just how they're loaded. But yeah, super neat stuff. Big fan of it. I'll probably go through the whole book at some point, but there's just so much to go over, it would probably take me half an hour just to talk about it. But yeah, anyway, long live the Tsar.